You leave it down for a little bit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For Isaac Brown, I am Zach Austin, and we are down here at Dollarway High School in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And we are over here on the visitor side on the bleachers. And sitting right beside us is Mr. Chuck Hayes. He is flying solo tonight. Mr. Ethan Obar couldn't make it. But he's on Cool 104.7. If you know somebody that's driving down the highway or interstate or just can't watch us at the moment, tell them to tune in to Cool 104.7, listen to Mr. Chuck. And we'll get underway here in about 13 minutes. Give you a couple stats. Well, talk about the series. There's only been 2 meetings, and the series is tied at 1-1. The very first meeting was back in 2004, December 3rd. And Dollarway beat Booneville 22-21 was the final score. Now, I believe I was in 7th grade or so. I didn't make it down here, but I have heard that it was just nothing but a mud bowl pretty much. And the Cardinals come away with a close victory in that game. And then the next meeting was in, I put 13. Yeah. And that was another raining game. But that's played at UAPB, and your Bearcats won 43-12 in that one. Your Booneville Bearcats are in Conference 3A1 this year, and the Dollarway Cardinals are in the 3A6. And your coaches, head coaches for tonight, for the Cardinals, is going to be Mr. Coach Henry. And for your Booneville Bearcats, it's going to be Mr. Coach Doc Crowley. Doc is entering in his 4th year. Over 3 years, Doc is 23-5. While Coach Henry, he is entering his 5th year. His 4-year record is 18-25. He won 6 games his 2nd year, 4 games his 3rd year, and last year the Cardinals went 5-5, made it to the playoffs, and they lost to Glen Rose in the first round. And I noticed on the way down that I was telling Isaac if the Cardinals would have won their playoff games the last 2 years, they would have played the Bearcats. So they was close to playing them and just wasn't quite there. And now we're going to have them here this year. Next year we'll have them at Bearcat Stadium. We do have a new software, like we mentioned last week, I believe, at the scrimmage. Now, we had some technical difficulties with our scoreboard. We did have it working and running, and something happened. That is honestly just how it goes sometimes with technology. It works, and 1 minute something happens, and it doesn't work. And so we're not going to have it run the clock. We'll have to enter in manually the score and everything. But we was really excited about that new feature with this software we got. And the scoreboard feature, for some reason, Isaac, it's kind of having a hiccup night.
Yeah, it's the optical character recognition software. It's not having a good day, I don't guess. Then we're also running off of one of my phones.
Yeah.
Hotspot, so it's likely that the internet's not going to be too good. You might, buffer a whole lot of it, but
yeah,
we're going to try our best to get the game going for you.
Yeah, so like I said, we're over here on the visitors' bleachers. Wasn't enough room in the press box, and so like Isaac said, we have to go off a hotspot on one of his phones, and so it might be spotchy and may buffer quite a bit. We apologize for that, but honestly, that's what we got right now, and I'm just excited for Bearcat football.
Yeah.
Your Booneville Bearcats last year, Isaac, finished 13-2. Lost in the semifinals to Harding for the second year in a row. We will see them later this year at Bearcat Stadium. First time the Wildcats will travel to Booneville to face the Bearcats.
Yeah, I think it'll end up being a good game.
I think so.
Considering they're having to have a new quarterback now.
They will have a new quarterback.
Although he did play against us, I believe, last year.
Yes, I believe so. He come in towards the end of the game last year, and he did pretty good too. But their quarterback is committed to Arkansas to play baseball, so he is focusing on baseball. And
you want to go over our
yeah,
lineup?
We'll go over our lineups. This is another little thing we've got this year is our starting lineups for you Booneville Bearcats. Now, some things have changed. As some of you may know, Mr. Brooks Herrera is out for about 6 weeks. Hopefully he'll been told he'll be back maybe around the week before Charleston, so that'll be good. Mr. Welling got hurt last week, and he'll be out around about the same time, 6 to 7 weeks, and get those guys back towards the end of the year and into playoffs. Isaac, that'd be pretty good to have a couple of guys fresh, one guy on your line and one guy in the backfield. It should be pretty good for the Cats.
Yep, they both have a pretty good amount of experience. That pays off. Pays off down the line.
It really does pay off down the line, especially you got a 3-year starting lineman coming back, and Brooks has been in the backfield, I think, just about all 3 years too. So, but we'll go over your lineup. For your Booneville Bearcats on the offense, your quarterback this year is going to be Peyton Tatum. One of your halfbacks is going to be Dax Goff. Trace Hall is your other halfback. Rylan Ray is your fullback. Brendan Dove is going to be your receiver. Dunn Daniel is going to be your tight end. The left tackle is going to be William Wingfield. Your left guard is Johnny Barnes. With the injury to Welling, Mr. Lance Sims is going to be at center. And Mr. Obar has slid over to right guard. And Cameron Osborne is going to be your right tackle. For your defense, got a couple guys rotating in on the defensive line. And Mr. Hicks and Barnes are going to rotate in at nose guard. Your right tackle, defensive tackle is going to be Matthew Crosby. Chase Plumell is going to be at your left defensive tackle. Now, these guys, they'll switch, different spots here and there, different formations. So that will change here and there during the game. Your outside linebackers are going to be Rylan Ray and Damari Poole. He will sub in some for him and Cody Elliott. Dunn, Daniel, and Rylan Ray, they at the scrimmage both rotated in at inside linebacker. Dax Goff is your other inside linebacker. Trace Hall is one corner, while Brendan Dove is your other. Your strong safety is Chase Washburn, and Peyton Tatum is your free safety. But that's your Booneville Bearcats starting lineup. Maybe we can get the visitors.
It's hard. It's hard to.
It is hard, yeah.
Especially for visitors, but since nobody really publishes their lineups beforehand.
But that's something we really wanted to add into this year, and just kind of add some new things and just kind of help better the live stream as we go on.
Well, and it did help. Dollarway, I don't think, scrimmaged last week, so there wasn't really anything to go off of.
No, there's not really too much to go off of. Now, I will tell you some guys to watch for them. Let me find my roster real quick, folks. Their quarterback is going to be number 4, Demarion Wallace. He's a dual threat quarterback, and as a guy to keep an eye on, the quick guy. One of the guys in the backfield is going to be number 2, Kane. He had 576 yards last year and 8 touchdowns. Rose is going to be your fullback, number 7 for the Cardinals. He another guy to watch out for on defense is number 7, Rose for the Cardinals. Had 68 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles last year. Watching them warm up, Isaac, they run the wishbone. You don't see a lot of teams anymore run the wishbone.
No, which is not what Hoots said. So we
No.
were expected to come in looking at something else, but no, they lined up with the wishbone during warm-ups.
Yeah, so Hooten said they did a little multiple. Now they may switch up and maybe do shotgun or different sets here and there, but their main base offense they was doing was the wishbone. Your Booneville Bearcats are doing flexbone, like they have been under Coach Doc Crowley. Just a little different from Coach Hyatt. Coach Hyatt did wing tee and stuff like back when he coached. Similar but different. Different blocking schemes, different reads, who you're reading, who you're going off of, and running out versus running in and pulling. And wouldn't think it's a lot of difference, but when you actually break it down, there is little subtle differences in there. Bearcats are going to be running a 3-4 defense. And Dollarway, we was watching them, Isaac, kind of a 5 front, preparing for us is what it kind of looked like, or under front, I guess you could say.
Yeah, either look like an underfront or what I call a bear.
Yeah.
Should be a. We're gonna take a break for national anthem real quick. We'll be right back.
And we are back here at Cardinal Stadium. Your captain for your Booneville Bearcats is going to be number 1, Brooks Herrera. And number 52 for the Cardinals. Is that 52, Isaac?
I believe so.
I don't have a 52 for my roster. Number.
It's either 84 or 34.
Well, either way, I don't have that number on my roster either.
33?
No, sir. I have a 38.
11.
I do have 11. That is Devontae Wallace. But says he's a sophomore. Dollarway has won the toss. They have deferred. And your Booneville Bearcats will receive the opening kickoff. And your Bearcats are going to be defending the west end zone. So Marion Wallace is 11 instead of number 4.
The Booneville Bearcats come in this evening under the direction of head coach
So we'll do our best to get those numbers lined up for the Cardinals. I will say we do have 2 foreign exchange students, both from Spain. They're going to be kicking for your Cats. And I'll tell you who those guys are real quick. Number 10. I want to make sure I say their last names right. Try my best anyways. But number 10 for your Booneville Bearcats, one of the foreign exchange students from Spain, Juan Brives. Hopefully I said that right. And number 27, Marcos Major. So, Marcos did say if I don't pronounce it right, that's okay, because they pronounce it wrong in Spain too. But I will do my very best, Marcos, to pronounce your name right, my man. But both those guys are going to be doing the kicking for the Cats. Be kicking off, and we may see a PAT or two. We may not. We'll just have to see here. But glad to have those guys on the football team this year. Had Pablo last year. Pablo is fixing to start college back in Spain. Got to talk to Miss Amanda, who he lived with while he was over here. Said he's fixing to start college here in a week or two, so I wish Pablo the best as he goes off to college.
Hey, will you scoot that a little bit closer? Yeah, no. The mixer. Couldn't figure out the word to say.
All right, folks, the 2022 Bearcats season is fixing to get underway. Looks like you got, who we got going back deep here? Looks like it's going to be Trace Hall, Dax Goff, Dunn Daniel, and number 11 is going to be Jace Washburn. Number 2 over here is going to be Brendan Dove. Cody Elliott's out there. Your guys up front here. Closest to us is number 14. That's Damari Poole. 66 is David Hicks. He's new. He moved in from Texas this year. Number 56, that's going to be Mr. Wingfield. He's also another move in from, I believe, Alma or Van Buren. You got Mr. Lance Sims, number 75. And you got Cameron Osborne on the far side over there. So Wallace is going to be doing the kicking for the Cardinals. And we are fixing to be off here. Dollarway.
Okay. Should be back.
Ooh.
Okay. We should be back.
We're good?
All right. Hopefully it's
all
a
right,
little
folks.
bit better.
PT got the ball and pitched it. I was going to say, said that was Williams on the, I don't know whose roster they've got, but Dax Goff got the pitch, ran over number 23 over here and got the first down for the Cats. Hall goes in motion, and it's going to be Ryland right up the middle. Ryland's going to be close to the first down for your Bearcats. Will be second, looks like, in about 2.
All right, so I accidentally had the our download or upload rate a little high for my phone, so I lowered it down, so hopefully it's a little bit better.
Tatum gets the ball. He's going to pitch over here to Trace Hall, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. And that'll be about 2-yard loss. Winston, number 3 on the stop for the Cardinals. And that's the first negative play of the game for your Cats. Again, last week in the scrimmage, Trace Hall went 3 carries for 172 yards against Dardanelle.
Yeah, they probably practiced against that play a whole lot.
I bet so. They was working on it on warm-ups, too.
Yeah.
Brendan Dove's going to be your receiver over here. Dunn Daniels are tied in on the right side as well. Hall goes in motion, and he's going to get the pitch on the left-hand side. Hall's going to be up over to the 20, 15, 10, down to the 5. Touchdown, Bearcats. Trace Hall goes about 39 yards for the touchdown.
That sort of looked like a replay of last week. That looked like a replay of last week.
Yeah, it really did. Trace has got some speed. Him and Brooks are about the fastest guys on the team, or 2 of the fastest. So, looks like we're going to go for 2 points here. Again, we do have 2 foreign exchange students, Juan and Marcos. They're going to be kicking off for us, and they get a little bit more comfortable kicking field goals and doing PATs. They'll be doing that. Right now, going for 2. PT up under center. And it's going to be hand off to Ryland. I'm sorry, PT on the keeper, and he's in for 2. That makes it 8-0 with 10-10 left to go here in the first quarter. Your Bearcats are up over the Pine Bluff Dollarway Cardinals. We'll take a little break. Be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here at Cardinal Stadium. Just joining us, your Booneville Bearcats got the opening kickoff. Mr. Dax Goff got the first carry of the ball game, went about 12, 13 yards or so, plowed over a guy. Next play, Rylan Ray got it, went up the middle for about 9. And then the very next play, Trace Hall got tackled for about a 2-yard loss. Then he went 39 yards on a pitch from PT and scored, and Peyton went in for the 2-point conversion. And kicking off for your Booneville Bearcats is going to be number 10, Juan Rivas. So back deep for the Cardinals is going to be 3, Winston. And the other 2 numbers I don't have. And number 3 fields it. Winston up, and he's going to be up the middle, cuts to the right side, and he's going to be knocked down. Looks like number 24, Garrick Barr, and Dunn Daniel on the stop by the Bearcats. So the Cardinals are going to take over on their own 31-yard line.
Be a good chance to look at their wishbone, as long as that's what they're going to run.
As long as they're, I mean, Hootens says multiple, but they was warming up in the wishbone, and they're going to come out
in a multiple.
Multiple. It's going to be a pistol formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 over there to the right. We got a whistle. Got a timeout already by the Cardinals with 10:01 left to go here in the first quarter. Timeout, Dollarway. We'll take a timeout with them. Your Bearcats are up 8-0 over the Cardinals. We'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. We are back here at Cardinal Stadium in Pine Bluff, Arkansas at Dollarway High School. Booneville Bearcats are up 8-0 over the Cardinals. Pistol formation, got trips over here to the left, 1 to the right. Wallace is going to be your quarterback. He's going to pitch it over here, number 37, and he's going to be wrapped up for a loss. Rylan Ray, Dax, Goff, and Dunn Daniel. That's your whole linebacking core. Cody Elliott's in there as well.
32.
32, yeah. Cody.
It looks like a 7 if you cut the bottom of the 2 off, so that guy's fairly small.
Let me see, get their roster here. Say 32?
Yes.
I don't have a 32. I'll do my best to listen to their PA announcers, see what names he calls. Yeah, that's the number 32 for him. Got number 34 in there. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to each side. Wallace is your quarterback. It's going to be Hayes.
Delay a game.
Delay a game?
Yep.
Be a delay a game. It's going to make it 2nd and 22 for the Cardinals.
Yeah. It's, if you don't have a scrimmage, it's hard to get some of those kinks worked out, especially
Yeah.
Game operations, stuff like that.
Looks like Mr. Hicks is in as your nose guard right now. Mr. Barnes is your right defensive tackle, and Chase Plymell is your left defensive tackle. Same formation for the Cardinals. Wallace is going to be your quarterback. Hayes, number 34, is right halfback. 24 goes in motion. He's going to get on jet sweep, and he's going to be met by Cody Elliott, and Dunn Daniel comes in and helps and finishes it off. That's going to be about a 3-4 yard loss for the Cardinals. And so far, Isaac, your linebacking core is looking pretty good for the Bearcats.
I mean, when you run a 3-4, that's who you want making most of your plays, your linebackers.
It is. When you do that and you got your safeties and your corners doing a lot of the plays, that's not good. You're hurting and
they're getting downfield.
You're getting downfield bad. Hayes is going to be your running back. He's going to be to the left of Wallace. 2 receivers each side, shotgun formation. Ray is down at defensive end. Got a whistle. Dollarway's got a pretty good turnout, Isaac. Booneville, we got a pretty good turnout ourselves. First week 0, as they like to call it.
Don't know what's going on.
What'd they call there, Chuck?
Delaying false start.
False start against the Cardinals. And they're having a lot of issues right now as they're going to open the drive.
Yeah, it's 3rd and a lot.
Yeah. They're at their own 10-yard line right now. Cats have shifted. Riley Ray is down at defensive end right now. Wallace is going to roll out to his right. Got some pressure. And nice attempt, but it's incomplete. Chandler Blunt is number 23. I'm going to bring the punt team on for your Bearcats. Trace Hall and Dax Goff. Looks like number 24. We're doing the punt, and I hadn't caught his name yet for the Cardinals.
Looks like it's going to be a quick punt top.
Yeah. He's standing at their 1-yard line. Let's see if we can get in there and maybe block it. And almost good punt by number 24. Tracy's going to get it. And he's still on his feet. She adds a couple tackles up on the left-hand side. Got a flag coming in late, though. And we'll see. I was telling Isaac, this field kind of reminds me of West Fork as the stands and the bleachers and the fence is just right there against the sidelines. Maybe a little bit closer than West Fork. There's not a lot of space to run out.
Not. Especially when you have football players and you have our trainers and then you have another line of cheerleaders. There's not a lot of room down there.
Yeah, and it's hard. And sometimes they try to do 2 lines of cheerleaders. And I will say it is kind of a nice little setup. So against the Cats, personal foul, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Legal use of hands. Second possession of the game for you, Cats. That comes with 7:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Again, if you're just joining us, we do have new software. Just our scoreboard software part of it, aspect of it.
Or keeping track automatically is not working.
Yeah. So it's just kind of one of those nights for that. That just kind of happens when you mess with technology. It's the perks and the non-perks of it. Bearcats kind of come out T formation. And it's going to be hand off to Dax Goff. And Dax is going to be close to the first down. Let's see. 11. That's going to be Wallace. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 for you Booneville Bearcats. Bearcats cross. Clarksville is up 7-0 over Ozark right now. Hall goes in motion, and it's going to be a handoff to Ryland up the middle. Ryland's got the first down. Little spin move and a stiff arm. He's going to be tackled at the 30-yard line of the Cardinals. Number 9 on the stop for Dollarway. 52. Jacoby Young, 52. Stillwater is up 7-0 over Greenwood. Dunn Daniel and Brendan Dove split out to each side. And going to have offsides. Should be a 1st and 5.
Nobody wanted to call it.
No.
I'm not sure if they actually crossed into the neutral zone, but
he was close. Dunn Daniel split out to the left-hand side. Brendan Dove over here on the right-hand side. Ryland Ray is your fullback. Dax Goff is your left halfback, and Trace Hall is your right halfback. Peyton comes up under center. And he's going to pitch it over here to Dax on the right-hand side. Dax Sheds with tackle. Carrying two guys with him. He's going to be tackled at about the 9-yard line. Wrapped up at number 23 and 52. That's going to be Blunt and Young. And Bearcats are in the red zone for the first time tonight on their second possession of the game. Brendan Dove is coming off the field. Jace Washburn is going to come in. That's a sophomore to watch out for you Booneville Bearcats, as well as Damari Poole, number 14. Keep an eye out on those guys. Bearcats are going to come out in straight T formation. Dunn Daniels split out to the left-hand side. And it's going to be handoff to Hall on the left-hand side. Hall bounces out to the left, and he's going to use his speed, and he gets in. That's going to be a touchdown with 5:26 left to go here in the first quarter. And it looks like the Booneville Bearcats are going to go for PAT. So that's 14-0 Cats. So number 27, that's our other foreign exchange student, Marcos Major. Hopefully I said that right. Miss Haley, if you're listening or listen later, let me know.
It looks like nothing like it's spelled, so.
No. PT to do the hold. The snap, the hold. Kick is up. And it is good. 15-0. Cats over the Cardinals. 5:26 left to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here at Dollarway Cardinals Stadium. Sun is finally setting over the trees over here, and we're finally in the shade, Isaac.
Yeah. It was pretty warm on the bleachers.
It was pretty warm. We was getting toasty over here. Marcos Maher. I said it wrong. Different that time. Marcos is going to be kicking off this time for you Cats. Back deep will be number 25. Or Lewis is going to be number 21 over here. And Lewis is going to catch it at the 19-yard line. Cuts over here to the left-hand side. Sheds a tackle. Cody Elliott, though, and Mr. Jace Washburn on the stop for you Bearcats. Got a flag coming in.
Nope, that wasn't a flag. Yeah. It's a towel, apparently.
Oh,
34's towel.
I'm sorry, that's 34's towel. Not a flag, no flag. Just kidding.
You dropped your paper down there.
I'll drop my paper. Well, I'll get it here in a second. I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Mac Miller. Or Mac Miller. Mac Farley. Sorry, Mac. I got Marco's names on my mind right now. Oh.
Yeah,
But
now it looks like they're going to be.
see, now they're going to be wishbone formation. I'm getting all tongue-tied here. He's going to have the first down, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. Got a little jawing going on over there on the far side.
Yeah.
I think Trace was a little upset. He's getting held over there. He's wanting a call, I think. And Doc's.
Hold on.
I don't think
What if he stepped out of bounds over there? Yep. He stepped out at 47.
Give a shout out to Mr. Shane Davis.
So no score there.
No score there. Stepped out of bounds. So they looked really good doing the wishbone, Isaac.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get everybody out there and seal the edge, and get around them,
yeah.
just like what we did to them.
Yeah.
The same thing.
I'll give Maddie and Peggy a shout out. Cardinals going to come out wishbone formation again. Wallace is your quarterback. Going to hand off over here to the left-hand side. That's going to be number 25. He's going to be tackled by Dax Goff. Tavion Lewis, number 25. Number 17 comes in for the Cardinals. I believe it's Marks. They've changed a lot of their numbers for the Cardinals. Booneville Bearcats are going to take a timeout. Coach Cully's out there talking to the defense. 4:57 left to go here in the first quarter. Cats are up 15-0 over the Cardinals. We'll take a little break. Be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Cardinal Stadium. 4:57 left to go here in the first quarter. You Booneville Bearcats are up 15-0 over the Cardinals. They've switched over to their wishbone formation, their second series of the game. And, Isaac, they look real good doing it.
Yep, they did. As long as you can get the seal blocks on the edge and you're running basically a blast or a sweep, you're usually doing pretty good.
Two receivers split to each side. Wallace is your quarterback. Going to be handoff to number 34 up the middle, and he's going to be met by a whole slew of Cats. Dax Goff in there. And 66, Hicks. And Dunn Daniel coming off the bottom of the pile there. Going to bring up second down for the Cardinals. The Bearcats and the Cardinals have each used a timeout, so both teams have 2 timeouts remaining for the first half. Be 2nd and 8. The ball's on the 35-yard line of the Cats. Got 2 receivers to each side. Wallace is going to be your quarterback. And Wallace is going to roll out to the right-hand side. He cuts back to the left. Got a flag coming in there, and Chase Plymell is going to be there on the stop. Be maybe back to the line of scrimmage, if that. I'm going to say probably a holding call, Isaac. Well, yep.
Declined it.
So the penalty will be declined. It's going to be 3rd down now against the Cardinals. Wishbone formation. Number 3 is in the backfield. Shamarian Winston. And he's going to get the ball over here on the left-hand side. And Rylan Ray in there on the stop. And I believe that was Jace Washburn as well, getting his first tackle, I believe, in high school football. Is that another flag or is that a towel?
I don't know. They don't need to be having yellow towels if that's the case.
No. I will say I kind of like their helmets, though. They got the eyes there on the side of the helmets.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking that is a towel.
That's what it looks like.
So we got 4:01 left to go here in the first quarter. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Cardinals.
It's like we got 5 on the play clock. Well, they just reset it.
Reset it, okay.
Yeah, Crowley's not very happy about that.
No. Cardinals are going to go for it here. 34 is going to be your fullback. That's going to be Hayes. Going to be another pass attempt. Got pressure, and he's caught it. Nice move. Good stop, though, by PT. And I think he's going to have the first down.
Yep, he does.
Shamarian Winston there on the reception. So 3:12 left to go here in the first quarter. And Dollarway looking pretty good on this drive.
Yeah, I mean, they're got a good drive put together. I mean, if they wouldn't have reset the play clock, it would have been an extra 5 yards we'd been able to have on them.
Yeah. Same formation for the Cardinals. Wallace is your quarterback. Hand off to number 32 on the right-hand side. And he's still on his feet. Man, good.
It's hard to tell.
It's Kane.
It's hard to tell when
Chevy
he
on
steps out
Kane.
over there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he stepped out or what. Give a shout out to Mr. Joe Wickton. He says, go Cats. Jan Taylor says her and Gary's watching. And Uncle Bob says he's watching from home as well. Give a shout out to all those folks there. It's going to be first and go for the Cardinals. Ball's on the 9-yard line. 10:09 left to go here in the first quarter. Same formation. Wallace comes up under center. Got a whistle. And I'm not sure.
They got walkie-talkies
I don't know what they got.
because it looked like he was talking into his chest.
They may do it. I think it was the leg.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning. I don't know. He was ref was all the way down, or side judge was all the way down there on the 9s. I don't know why he called a. Anyways.
You don't like him being out there on the field, I guess.
I guess not. I mean, there's not much room here, honestly, on the sidelines. And nothing there. Just a whole slew of Cats on the stop there. 1:55 left to go here in the first quarter. Dollarway's trying to score in their second possession of the game. Their very first possession, come out pistol formation and negative yards. They punted from their 1-yard line. They originally started up about the 30 or 20, 25, somewhere in there. Switch over to the wishbone formation what they was warming up with, and they've done a really good job moving the ball down the field. Wallace is quarterback. Ball's on the ground, and Ryland Ray's there to meet him. Bring up third down, though, for the Cardinals. Barnes is going to come in for your Bearcats. And now he's going to go in. Hicks is going to come out. I also like to give a shout out to Dummy Shepherd, watching from the big metropolis of Sugar Grove, Arkansas. Cardinals come back out in the wishbone formation. Hayes and Kane are your two halfbacks back there. Wallace is your quarterback. And it's going to be handoff to 32. That's going to be Kane, and he's going to be stuffed like a Thanksgiving turkey there. Let's see, who's there on the bottom? I think Cody Elliott was in there. Chase Plymell and Mr. Hicks. .22 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. We got a official timeout. And looks like we're going to take a official timeout. And we'll take a little timeout and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here at Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Cardinal Stadium, just right off the Dollarway campus here.
Surrounded by fence and barbed wire.
Yep. Young man from Dollarway was able to help off. So number 3, Winston's going to come in at halfback now, one of the halfbacks back there, wishbone formation for the Cardinals. Wallace is going to be your quarterback. And Wallace is looking to pass over here, got pressure, And incomplete. That's intended for number 24. I don't have 24. But that was Jackson.
Booneville is going to stand. They'll take over first and 10.
Pretty sure that's what he said. Dion something Jackson.
Dion Jackson. I'll write it down right here. So the Cats are going to take over on downs. 9 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. I was fixing to say that was number 4. Applying the pressure for the Cats. Mr. Lofton is another sophomore. I was wondering why I was having a hard time seeing it. I have my sunglasses still on.
There you go, Dax Goff on that counterplay.
Good job there by Dax, but Coach Crowley ain't very happy, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So Booneville Bearcats are leading 15-0 over the Dollarway Cardinals, and we'll flip ends here, but we'll take a little break. Be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here, Cardinal Stadium. Started the second quarter. Booneville Bearcats are up 15-0 over the Dollarway Cardinals. Both of your touchdowns have come courteous of Mr. Trace Hall. Dax and Ryland had a couple good runs in, moving the chains. PT got a 2-point conversion. And one of our foreign exchange students, number 27, Marcos Mueller, got the PAT. Hall goes in motion. It's going to be hand off to Ryland Ray over here on the left-hand side. Stiff arm by Ryland and misses a guy. Got one guy pursuing him, and he's going to be tackled about the 40. Oh, he's going to put it right at the 50-yard line. April Barr says, "Go Cats." Give a shout out to Mr. Barry Bradford. It says, "Bearcat football time." Dardanelle is leading Little Rock Hall 15-0. Hall's making their appearance back in 11-man after a 2-year hiatus in 8-man football. Trace Hall goes in motion. We hand off to Ryland up the middle, and he just plows over a man. Got a little extracurricular activity. Mr. Obar doing a good job blocking. And 22, Dakota Matson is in for Booneville Bearcats at receiver on the far side. Dunn Daniels, you tied in over here on the right as well. $10:37 left to go here in the second quarter. Hall goes in motion. We hand off to Dax over here on the right-hand side. Dax sheds a tackle, cuts to the outside, and he's tripped up by number 23. Blunt on the stop for the Cardinals. Give a shout out to Mr. Matt Farley. He's watching. As well as Mr. Caleb Johnson. Give a shout out to him. He's watching the Booneville Bearcats. Mr. David Tharp, what's up, my man? says, "Go Cats" from the Tharp family. Glad to hear from you too, my man. PT takes it and lowers his shoulder. Brought down by a couple of Cardinals there. Bring up second down for your Cats. Give a shout out to Mr. J.D. Jones from number 1 apprentice. Take that spot from Sean. J.D. retired. Hope you enjoy in retirement, J.D. Anybody, or if you're wanting anything welded or anything, hit J.D. up. He can weld some stuff up for you. He does a pretty good job at it. Dax Goff is going to be tackled in the backfield. Furlough on the stop for the Cardinals. Hayes was back there as well. Furlough, he's 6'3", 160. 8:58 left to go here in the second quarter. Going to be third about 2. Ball's on the 26-yard line of the Cardinals. Madsen split out to the right. Daniel over here to the left. T formation for you Cats. And it's going to be hand off to Hall over here on the left-hand side. Trace cuts in, cuts back out to the sideline. Lowers his shoulder, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds by number 35. See Rose on the stop. Be 1st and 10. Ball's going to be maybe 14, 13-yard line. 8:14 left to go here in the second. Third possession of the game for the Cats, and Rylan Ray's going to go in for the touchdown. Rylan hit late. I don't know why there wasn't a flag there. That was uncalled for. Yeah, that should have been a flag. We'll take a little break. Be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here at Cardinal Stadium. Injured Bearcat was Mr. Rylan Ray. He has since made his way to the sideline. Hopefully he's all right. He had got into the end zone and got hit, and that's all I'm going to say about that. It looks like Cats going to go for PAT. That's going to be number 10. That's one of our foreign exchange students. It's going to be Juan Brives. And it's blocked. And I don't know why they're returning it, because in high school you can't return it. It's a dead ball.
Yeah.
Now in Texas, you can.
Apparently, yes.
Yeah, because that happened.
Learned about that.
Learned about that the hard way last year in Timpson. Do want to give a shout out to Mr. Glenn Rice. Saw him walk by. Give a shout out to him and his mom. His late mom just passed away, so give a shout out to him. Give a shout out to Mr. J.D. George. I saw him here a while back at the Mexican restaurant. Always nice to run into Mr. George and talk to him. Do have an announcement. Tomorrow night at 5:30 at the First Baptist Church Family Life Center is going to be the 21st annual Boys and Girls Club Banquet Fundraiser. There's going to be a silent auction, live auction, meal, and a presentation. Now, the meal is going to be catered by Reed's Hometown Barbecue. So tickets are $20 for adults, $10 for kids. And all the money and everything raised goes towards the Boys and Girls Club. One to be doing the kicking for the Cats. Nice kick by one, and it's going to roll out of bounds.
Yeah, had that soccerish, upright spin on it. So like what Marco would kick like back when we were in school.
Simon Blake would like to give a shout out to Drew Scoggins and Mo Lester over in Russellville and says, "Go Cats." Jimmy Dale Bryant and is watching. And Medina's watching from Pecola, Oklahoma, and say, "Go Cats, go." Eight minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Booneville Bearcats are up 21-0 over the Dollarway Cardinals. Dollarway, let's see.
Gun.
I don't know why they're coming out in the gun. They moved the ball so well in the wishbone. And we'll see here, though. Wallace is going to be your quarterback. Hayes is going to be to the right of him. Two receivers to each side. Guy goes in motion. And will be quarterback keeper on the left-hand side. And he's just going to be tackled by Cody Elliott and Dunn Daniel. Looks like Lofton, number 4, is going to be in for your Cats over here at corner. Damari Poole, number 14, is in at linebacker for your Booneville Bearcats. A couple sophomores in right now. Getting some play-in time. Keep an eye on these guys this year. 7:11 left to go here in the second quarter.
Should be a delay game again.
It's a delay game, timeout. There's going to be a timeout against the Cardinals. That's going to be their last timeout, Isaac. And so with 7:11 left to go here in the first half, the Booneville Bearcats are up 21-0. We'll take a little break. Be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here, Cardinal Stadium, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Got 7:11 left to go here. And got some
wait.
Yeah. So, got good news. Rollins up walking around.
Wait for an injury to.
Yeah, we got
get
an injured
moved.
Bearcat down here, Brendan Dove. I, yeah, putting him on the board. So, wouldn't hurt to say a little prayer for the young man. So, he was got hurt, I think, on the first series.
First offensive series, yeah.
Hate that for Brendan, and hopefully it's nothing too bad. Had a good write-up on him. He wasn't going to play football senior year. Just kind of done, just burnt out on it in a way, and injuries with his knees. He's having problems with his knees and stuff, and just take a break from it. People was talking to him, hey man, we don't want you to quit, and like to have you and stuff, and think you'd be a really good asset to the team, and he has. Plays corner, split out on the receiver, and he's played special teams. So, but definitely hate that for Brendan. So we'll take another little break while they're getting him loaded up on the stretcher and the board, and we'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here at Cardinal Stadium, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Booneville Bearcats against the Dollarway Cardinals. Mr. Trace Hall's being taken, or not Trace Hall.
No.
Brendan Dove. Trace Hall just come over and talked to Brendan. You like to see that. Everybody came around and talked to him. Mr. Dove's going off the field. Wallace on the keeper for the Cardinals. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage, probably a loss of 1. 6:53 left to go here in the first half. Matthew Crosby on the stop for you, Booneville Bearcats, number 57. So 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals. 3rd possession of the game. Bearcats was able to stop them down here on 4th down, down in the red zone on their 2nd possession of the game. two wide to each side. Wishbone formation for the Cardinals. Wallace is going to be your quarterback, and he's going to hand it off over here to number 32. That's going to be Kane. And he's wrapped up by Dax Goff and Mr. Clayton Lofton, number 4.
Down for the Cardinals. That's going to be number 32 on the carry. Damian Kane.
Kane,
Good enough for a first down there.
he did get enough for the first down. 5:55 left to go here in the second quarter. Try to give you some scores real quick, folks. Wishbone formation again for the Cardinals. Wallace is your quarterback, and he's going to hand off to number 3. That's Winston. And he's met by Dax Goff.
That was a good pop.
That was a good pop. And Mr. Matthew Crosby.
Heard that all the way up here.
2 yards is going to bring us 2nd and 8. That's going to be number 3. That's Winston on the carry.
Dardanelle is up now 29-0 over Little Rock Hall. That's in the second quarter. And Glen Rose is up over Crossett 15-0. Cedarville and Perryville is in a close game. Perryville is up 13-12 in the second quarter over Cedarville. Center Point and Hackett's playing. Hackett drove all the way down to Center Point, and they're only losing by 10. It's 18-8 in the second quarter. Wishbone formation again for the Cardinals. 2nd and 8, balls on the 48-yard line. And it's going to be hand off to Winston again. And Mr. Matthew Crosby, he's having himself a series or a drive on this series.
That's going to be Winston on the carry. He's going to get to
Bigelow is up over Atkins, 19-0. That's in the second quarter. Warren's up over Stuttgart, 14-0. Clarksville and Ozark's in a close one. Ozark's up 21-14. Booneville Bearcats will be facing the Hillbillies next week at home. Bearcat Stadium. Dollarway will be traveling all the way down to Texarkana, Arkansas to face the Razorbacks. Same formation for the Cardinals. Wallace comes up under center. 3 seconds on the play clock. 2, 1. He barely gets it off a little quick pass. The curl route over there, number 24. And he's going to be wrapped up. That's enough for a first down for the Cardinals. Trace Hall and Dunn Daniel on the stop for the Cats.
They've been able to move the ball fairly decently except for that first drive. They just hadn't got any points on the board.
They really have. They've looked really, especially from the wishbone, they've moved it. Wallace has done a good job throwing the ball. They can just get in the end zone. And luckily, so far, the Cats have been able to keep them out. You got PT coming on a blitz. And Dax Goff and Damari Poole says hello. Mr. Lance Sims comes in for the Bearcats. Be 2nd and 9. 3:11 left to go here in the second quarter. Booneville Bearcats are up 21-0 over the Cardinals of Dollarway. Crosby comes out. Bearcats come out a little forefront. Wallace comes up under center. And it's going to be hand off to Winston again, number 3. And he's just going to be stopped for a loss there. Dax Goff. Let's see. Washburn coming up off the bottom, and Hicks. Timeout by Booneville Bearcats. It's going to leave them with 1 timeout. That comes with 2:37 left to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a little break. Be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here, folks, Cardinal Stadium, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I'd like to give a shout out to Miss Kenna Douglas. She says, "Go Cats, love y'all." Give a shout out to Miss Kathy Douglas as well. Hopefully I pronounced that right, Kathy. See if I can give you folks some stats real quick. Going to be 3rd and about 13 for the Cardinals. 2:37 left to go here in the second quarter. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. It's going to be Hayes. Pull on the pressure. Hicks got him. He's going to wrap him up for the sack. I'm sorry, that's Chase Plymell. And Booneville Bearcats are going to take a timeout with 2:27 left to go here. And refresh the phone here real quick. I'll give you folks some stats. Booneville Bearcats have 16 plays for 190 yards. 8 minutes and 9 seconds time of possession. Everything's been on the ground for your Cats. Got 9 first downs and 2 for 2 on 3rd down. The Cardinals, 23 plays for 58 yards, 7 minutes and 51 seconds time of possession. 19 carries for 39 yards, 2 of 4 passing for 19 yards. And they've converted 2 of 7 on 3rd down, and that's 28%, and they are 50% on 4th down. Cardinals are going to punt it. Trace Hall is going to be back deep. He's going to be standing on his own about 20-yard line. Jackson's kick, nice high kick. And it's going to take a cat roll. It'll be down at the 24-yard line. Your leading rusher for your Bearcats is going to be Rylan Ray. He's got 5 carries for 68 yards, followed by Trace Hall, 4 carries for 58 yards. Dex Goff, 6 carries for 57, and Peyton Tatum, 1 for 7. Your leading tackler for the Cats is Mr. Dex Goff, 3.5 tackles. Dunn Daniels got 2.5. Rylan Ray, Peyton Tatum, Cody Elliott, and Chase Palmell all have 2 tackles. Crosby and Wingfield have 1.5. That's not adding up this last series for Mr. Crosby, because he had about 3 or 4 alone. Leading rusher for the Cardinals is going to be number 32. That's going to be Kane. PT there on the carry, got a flag coming in late. But Kane for the Cardinals, number 32, he's got 35 yards, followed by number 25, Lewis. He's got 12. Holding against the Bearcats is going to back them up 10. Got Cody Elliott in at fullback for your Booneville Bearcats right now.
Will remain first down. We'll wait for the spot.
Give a shout out to Joe and the family, but also give a shout out to JoJo Wickton. Also, if you want a shout out, folks, let me know, because I've been told Hank Weaver wants a shout out. Hand off to Trace Hall over here on the left-hand side. He's got Osborne in front of him. Trace Hall up over the 40, 50. He's got one guy to beat, down to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 15. Touchdown, Bearcats, with 2 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. And Trace Hall goes, what is that, 86? .86 yards. Trace Hall comes with 1:59 left to go here in the second quarter. It's 27-0, and we do have a injured Dollarway player on the field. We will take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. Well, after our quick break, folks, we are back here at Cardinal Stadium. Luckily, the young man was able to run off the field, jog off the field. Glad to see that.
Looks like we're going to go for 2.
Looks like the Cats are going to go for 2 here. PT comes up under center, and he's going to hand off to Dax on the right-hand side, and Dax is going to go in. It's going to be 29-0 Cats over the Cardinals. 1:59 left to go here until the end of the second quarter. Give a shout out to Dad, Richard Austin. Don't want you leaving left felt out or anything, Dad. And Mom, too. Give a shout out to Mom. Number 27 is going to be doing the kicking for your Booneville Bearcats. It's one of our foreign exchange students from Spain. It's going to be number 27. That's going to be Marcos Mejur. Winston, number 3, is one of the guys back deep. Number 25, Lewis, is on the far side over there. And number 24, or no, I'm sorry, that's 21. Oh, Matson's going to come in for Mr. Osborne as Cam comes out. The ref, I guess, didn't like what he was seeing from Cam. Here's Marcos' kick. Nice kick by Marcos. And it will be picked up probably about the 1 or 2 yard line, looks like. He cuts over to the left-hand side, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Looks like a Washburn over there in the area. Looks like Mr. Big Old Matt Obar's coming in on the defense for the Cats. Plymel's coming in. Got number 15, Skylar Shelton, coming off the field for the Cats. And Garrick Barr, number 24. 22, Matson as well. Johnny Barnes is coming off. $1:52 left to go here in the second quarter. Cats are up 29-0 over the Dollarway Cardinals. Miss Tony Calick, she says, "Go Cats, go." Got 6 seconds left on the play clock. Pistol formation is going to be handoff to number 30. Let's see, number 32. That's going to be Kane on the left-hand side. Wallace and Dax Goff on the stop for the Cats. Number 75, that's our old buddy Lance Sims coming in for the Booneville Bearcats. .142, clock stops since they went out of bounds. Will be 2nd and 3. Ball is on the 25-yard line of the Cardinals. Looks like we're going to have trips over here to the right, 1 to the left. Wallace is your quarterback. Kane's going to be your halfback. He's going to get the ball, circles around, and he's going to be tackled. Lance Sims in there. Dax Goff. Nowhere to go. So the ball's going to be all the way back on the 15-yard line. Be 3rd and 15. Got 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go here until halftime. I was going to say, I've been told the band's not performing, but we'll wait and see. But that is what I was told earlier. 2 seconds, 1 second. Ooh, they barely got the ball off there. Wallace is going to be wrapped up. And Daniel. Got 36 seconds left to go here in the first half. Wingfield's going to come in. Sims is coming off. Wingfield, he's a junior for the Cats. 15 seconds. And that's going to be the final play of the first half. So your halftime score is going to be your Booneville Bearcats 29, Dollarway Cardinals 0. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back. We'll come back, give you folks some stats and some scores from around the state of Arkansas as Week 0 football has kicked off. And we'll take a little break. You're watching Bearcat Football. And we are back here at Cardinal Stadium in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Booneville Bearcats taking on the Dollarway Cardinals. It is halftime, and Bearcats are up 29-0 over the Cardinals. Right now, you got Juan and Marcos out here practicing kicking. 2 foreign exchange students from Spain. And give you folks a couple scores before we go over some stats. And Pea Ridge and Gravett, they're at halftime right now. It's 13-13. Lamar is up 21-6 at halftime over Huntsville. Lincoln is beating Greenland. Greenland's in our conference this year. Lincoln is up 10-0 in the second quarter. At halftime, Ozark Hillbillies are up 28-14 over the Clarksville Panthers. Again, the Hillbillies will come to town next week and face your Booneville Bearcats. At halftime, Warren and Stuttgart are in a relatively close game. It's 21-10, Warren over Stuttgart. Rivercrest is up 21-12 over Manila. Dardanelle's up 36-7 over Hall. It says it's in the second quarter. Glen Rose is up 15-7 at halftime over Crossett. And Rising is up 16-6 over Dumas. Perryville and Cedarville, it still says it's 13-12 Perryville over Cedarville. At halftime, Centerpoint is up 26-14 over Hackett. Magazine is up Mansfield is up 28-0 over Magazine. That's at halftime. And that'll do it for the scores right now. Go get you folks some stats. Refresh the old phone here. Booneville Bearcats have 17 plays for 276 yards of offense, 8 minutes and 41 seconds time of possession. Every single bit of the offense has been on the ground. Dollarway Cardinals have 26 plays for 49 yards, 13 minutes and 27 seconds time of possession. 22 rushes for 30 yards, and 2 of 4 passing for 19 yards. The Booneville Bearcats have 10 first downs compared to the Cardinals' 6. The Bearcats are 2 for 2 on third down. Dollarway is 2 of 8 for 25% on third down and 50% on fourth down. Bearcats have 2 penalties for 20 yards. Dollarway has 4 penalties for 20 yards. We'll start with the Cardinals' stats for as far as individual stats goes. Wallace, your quarterback, is 2 of 4 for 19 yards passing. And he's got 6 carries for negative 13 yards. Your leading rusher for the Cardinals is going to be number 32. That's going to be Kane. 8 carries for 31 yards. Followed by number 25, Tavon Lewis. 2 carries for 12 yards. Followed by Winston, number 3, 4 carries for 3 yards. The leading tackler is number 43. Again, a bunch of these numbers for the Cardinals, they've changed. So number 43, he's your leading tackler. He's got 3.5 tackles, followed by Wallace, number 11, your quarterback for the Cardinals. He's got 1.5, followed by number 23, Blunt, and number 33, I don't remember right now 33, but 33's got 1.5 tackles as well. There's been 2 punts by number 24, that's Johnson. 2 punts for 58 yards for an average of 29 yards a punt. Now, time for your Booneville Bearcats individual stats. Your leading rusher tonight for your Cats so far is going to be Trace Hall, number 7. 5 carries, 144 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Followed by Rylan Ray, 5 carries for 68 yards and a touchdown. Again, glad to see Rylan coming up and walking off the field earlier. Dax Goff's got 6 carries for 57 yards, followed by Peyton Tatum, 1 for 7. For your defense, your leading tackler is going to be Dax Goff. He's got 5 tackles, followed by Dunn Daniel, 3.5. Rylan Ray's got 2. Peyton Tatum, Cody Elliott, Chase Plumell all have 2 apiece. Wingfield and Crosby got 1.5 apiece. And that's going to be it for your stats. You got about 2 minutes and 50 seconds until kickoff, until the halftime's over. The Cats honestly have looked good. Bearcats will be kicking off to start the second half. We got the ball to start the game. And Trace Hall goes 39 yards for a touchdown. But before that, let me get it to the right quarter here. Again, everything, all these stats I'm getting are courteous of Mr. Glenn Parrish. So give a shout out to Mr. Glenn. I get all my stats from him. So, but we'll go series by series. We got a little time to spend here. Wallace kicked the ball out of bounds. Bearcats got the ball at the 38-yard line. There was a penalty, a legal procedure against the defense, 5-yard penalty. Dax Goff ran it and got the ball down to the 44-yard line for a 13-yard run, followed by Rylan Ray with an 8-yard run. Trace Hall got tackled for a negative 3 yards and took off 39 yards to the house. And then Peyton Tatum went in for a 2-point conversion. That made it 8-0 with 10:10 left to go in the first quarter. Your Booneville Bearcats kick off. One kicked off for the Cats. It was fielded at the 18-yard line by Winston. Returned to the 31 for 13 yards. There's a timeout by the Cardinals. They came out in pistol formation. Kane then proceeds to run the ball, but was tackled for a loss of 7 yards by Dax Goff. He was assisted by Dunn Daniel. Next play, there was a penalty, back up 5 yards for delay of game. Number 24, Johnson, he got tackled for negative 4 yards by Cody Elliott, assisted by Mr. Brendan Dove. Then there was another penalty for a false start against the Cardinals. And then that made it 3rd and 31 with the ball on the 10-yard line. Incomplete pass. And so that brings up 4th and 31. They wound up punting. Punter was standing at the 1-yard line. And Trace Hall returned it down to the Cardinal 42-yard line. And he really got no yards, a couple yards, little juke moves. Dax Goff got the carry there on the second series for your Booneville Bearcats, went 8 yards. Rylan Ray added 14 more yards, and there was a penalty on the Cardinals. Dax Goff ran 17 yards, and then Trace Hall ran for 8 yards and a touchdown. Marcos kicked his first PAT and made it 15-0 for the Cats. One kicked off again, and the Cardinals took over on their own 31. Kane ran the ball for 22 yards. That's when they went to the wishbone. And then started doing pretty good out of the wishbone. Bearcats called a timeout. Dunn Daniel tackled, and it was assisted by Mr. Obar. Tackled number 25. He got a 2-yard run there. And then Mr. Wallace ran down to the 35-yard line for no yards. And this is when they wound up getting down to the Bearcat 8-yard line, and the Cats wound up stopping them. The Cardinals went for it on 4th down. Bearcats took over there. Dax Goff ran for 8 yards, and then we started the second quarter. And then, since we're fixing to start, that took longer than I thought, Isaac.
Takes a little while to do a game recap.
It does, especially when you're going possession by possession. But back deep for the Cardinals. Juan Levis to kick off for your Booneville Bearcats. Back deep, it's going to be number 3, Winston, and number 21. So that's a little high there. Turn that back down. How about now? Good?
Yeah,
all right.
Leave it there.
And we're going to start the second half. Again, it's 29-0 Cats over the Dollarway Cardinals. Going to be fielded by Winston, and he cuts over towards the Cardinals sideline, but he breaks through the tackle, but not before Cody Elliott and Mr. David Hicks meets him, tackles him at the 30-yard line. 11:50 left to go here. Give a shout out to our administration allowing us to do this, and for Dollarway for letting us be able to do it. Able to set up over here on the visitors' bleachers. I mean, better than nothing. We was told we wasn't room in the press box, so I'm glad we found a spot up here on the bleachers, us and Chuck. And
trying to fight bugs.
Trying to fight bugs now, but I guess it's better than the heat maybe. So, wishbone formation. And we hand off to number 32, Kane, and he's going to be met in the backfield. Got Mr. Frank in there on defense, number 79. Again, we had Frank, one of Frank's younger brothers, Miguel. Hi, Miguel, if you're listening, on our T-ball team. Also, I want to give a shout-out to Jerry's Machine Shop and Magazine. They were our sponsors for our T-ball team, so give a shout-out to those guys down there at Jerry's Machine Shop and Magazine for sponsoring our T-ball team. Got Mr. Obar in there at your defensive tackle. Blunt's going to be split out over here to the left. Wishbone formation. Wallace comes up under center. And it's going to be hand off to Winston up the middle, and he's met by Dax Goff and Dunn. Daniel. Cody Elliott was in there, as well as Mr. Wingfield. And Dax comes up, fired up, gets the crowd in it a little bit. Watch Chase Plymell on the far side. And part of the lights just went out over there.
Yep. Hopefully the rest don't go out either.
I hope not. Hopefully we don't lose power either. We are actually hooked up to the ticket booth over here on the visitor side.
Yeah. It was the only place to
Hook
actually
up.
had an outlet.
Yeah. So, I guess they're trying to get that.
Invite you back to Dollarway Cardinals Stadium September 9th. That's the next time we'll be at home. Once again, thank you everybody for coming out this evening for Friday Night Lights right here at Dollarway High School.
Hopefully it's just a trip breaker, nothing more.
Hopefully so. Kind of reminds me of the Super Bowl when the lights went out between the Ravens and 49ers.
And the Superdome.
Superdome. Well, we'll take a little break. 10:38 left to go here in the third quarter. It's 29-0 Cats over the Dollarway Cardinals. Again, the set of the lights went out on the far side over just straight across from us. Lights went out. And we'll take a little break. We'll come back. Try to give you folks some more scores, I guess, here in a second. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here at Cardinal Stadium, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Your Booneville Bearcats taking on the Pine Bluff Dollarway Cardinals. Booneville Bearcats come in ranked number 2 in Class 3A. Cardinals come ranked number 26 in Class 3A.
Yep.
Again, this is week 0, very first game of Arkansas high school football, and first game of the 2022 season for your Booneville Bearcats. And it looks like we're coming back out on the field. And
I figured as long as both coaches agree to it, it's okay.
I would think so. It's just that one section over there from about the 30 to the 10, and there's not much lot over there into the end zone on that side too. Dollarway, they did not scrimmage. They've had some hiccups, and but they've looked really good when they've gone to the wishbone. Kind of almost like their bread and butter.
I guess we're going to wait.
And they're telling them to go back to their signs now. Well,
So let's look at some scores.
well, I guess I'll look up some scores for you. Well, Mr. Shane Davis, I guess now's a good time for Isaac to sing. Isaac's trying to get Shane's trying to get Isaac to sing, everybody. So
I don't believe I will.
he's not going to, Shane. Sorry,
No.
I tried. Let's see. Well, here's the score for you folks. Stillwater, Oklahoma is up 28-14 over Greenwood at halftime. Fayetteville and Cabot in a close game in the second quarter. That's 8-7. Little Rock Christian, Little Rock Central, they're playing each other. It's in the third quarter right now. Christian's up 21-6. Little Rock Christian bumped up to Class 6A, courteous of that, I forgot what it's called. But private schools, you get so many points for having a winning record, so many points for winning a playoff game, so many points, 4 points for winning a state championship. Count that over a 3-year period, I want to say. And tally up the points. And if you have more around the 9-10 range, then you're going to bump up classification. So Little Rock Christian got bumped up. Pulaski Academy got bumped up. And Harding Academy got bumped up to 4A. Speaking of Harding Academy, they are up 34-14 over Valley View. That's at halftime. Again, the Wildcats, they will come to Bearcats Stadium and face the Bearcats. Both the coaches are talking on the field right now. We'll see here. 10:38 left to go here in the third quarter. We'll see what we got. West Fork and Green Forest. West Fork's in our conference this year. West Fork is up 13-8. That's in the third quarter. And Greenland, they're losing at halftime 30-6 to Lincoln. And it looks like we are going to take the field. So we'll be playing, start play here. Got one set, it's a line out. Hopefully no more go out. Wishbone formation. Blunt's going to be split over here to the left side. And it'll be a false start.
We're going to have a pre-snap penalty here. It's going to be encroachment. This is going to be against Booneville.
Really?
Oh, man. I didn't think Dax was.
Looks like this is going to put this one
I was going to say the side judge over here motion false start.
third and 9.
I may have thought he tried to draw him off sides.
Yeah, true.
That might be the only other thing.
Nine 53 left to go here in the third quarter. It is 3rd and 14 for the Cardinals. Wishbone formation. Wallace is your quarterback. And it's going to be a pass. He's looking to Blunt over here. It's a little slant route, and it's tipped. Almost. Good coverage there by sophomore Jace Washburn, number 11. I believe Mr. Plymell back there applying some pressure to Wallace.
That was a good play all around.
It was a very good play all around. And I believe Dax Goff or Dunn Daniel just about got a hand on it.
His vertical was just 4 inches more.
Yeah. Johnson doing the punting. Again, he's averaging about 29 yards a punt tonight. Trace Hall is going to be back deep. 9:03 left to go here in the third quarter. And Frank almost got back there and blocked it off the side of the foot, and it's going to go out about the 45-yard line. We'll see where they spot it, though.
Booneville will take over first and 10.
It's pretty dangerous when you're up that close to him.
Yeah.
9, 10 yards away. Some people can cover a lot of ground in that amount of time.
Very.
Booneville will take over first and 10 on their own 47-yard line.
So Booneville Bearcats going to take over their own 48-yard line. Dunn Daniel split out to the right over here. Coda Manson split out to the left. Peyton Tatum's going to be your quarterback. Dax Goff is left halfback. Cody Elliott is your fullback. Trace Hall is your right halfback. Dax gets the pitch over here on the right-hand side. Bounces to the outside. And he's got a couple guys out here blocking for a good block by Trace Hall down the sideline to the 5. Touchdown, Bearcats. 52-yard run by Dax Goff. Good job blocking over here by Trace Hall.
The way to be patient.
Very patient running by Dax Goff. And he kind of helped Trace set this block up over here. Darts in just a little, lets Trace get set, and then he bounces back out, and he's down the sideline. So that comes with 7:35. That's going to invoke the mercy rule as the score is 35-0. Marcos is going to be doing the PAT for the Cats. PT is going to be doing the holding. The snap, the hold. Kick is up and just barely good.
Barely cleared it.
Makes it 36-0. Bearcats over the Cardinals.
Left before the third is out.
So let's see if I can get a Ozark score real quick. Still the same score. Halftime, Ozark's up 28-14. Number 27, Marcos be doing the kicking for the Cats. Cody Elliott comes off for your Booneville Bearcats. Lofton is in now on the far side over there. Number 40 is in for your Booneville Bearcats. That's going to be Conley. 66, David Hicks is in. 24, Garrick Barr. Got Wingfield, number 56 over here. Number 15, that's Shelton. Cameron Osborne, as well as Washburn and Hall out on the kickoff team. Good lick over there. Damari Poole and number 40, Desmond Conley on the stop. Number 25 on the carry, Lewis. Looks like Garrick Barr is coming in for your Booneville Bearcats. Got a couple other guys in there now for your Booneville Bearcats. Number 21, that's going to be Mr. Dylan Todd. Matson's coming in for Trace Hall. Damari Poole is in at middle linebacker for the Cats. Garrick Barr's your other middle linebacker. Pitch over here to Kane on the left-hand side. He's going to be wrapped up. Damari Poole. Big tackle right there by the sophomore. Gage Bouchard, number 76, and Desmond Conley come in for your Booneville Bearcats. Number 76 and 40. Hicks is coming out for your Bearcats. He's a senior. Lofton's going to be your corner over here on this side. And looks like we're going to have an injured Dollarway player. And we will take a little break and be right back while he's tending to. You're watching Bearcat football. Yeah, we were back here at Cardinal Stadium. Young man was able to come up off the field. Always glad to see that when you see somebody go down, they're able to come off the field under their own power and at least put a little weight on you know, whatever it might be. Again, got your second string defense in here for your Cats. Your left defensive tackle will be Matthew Crosby, number 57. Your nose guard is going to be number 79. That's going to be Frank. Number 76, that's Gage Bouchard. Your linebackers, you're going to have Garrick Barr and Damari Poole, your middle linebackers. Your two outside linebackers are going to be Todd, number 21, and who's your other one? Number 26, that's going to be Bowman, Daxton Bowman, your other outside linebacker. He's over here on this side. And it's going to be handoff to Kane. The spin move. Frank in there on the stop for the Cats. Good job by big old Frank. Frank's helmet come off. And Frank getting a little excited. Coach is talking to him, telling him calm down. I understand, though, if someone rip your helmet off, I'd be a little mad, too.
I think that light going out attracted more bugs over here.
I think so. So it'll be a personal foul. It'll be an offsetting penalty. Your corner over here on this side is going to be number 4. That's going to be Clayton Lofton. Your safety over here is going to be number 40. That's going to be Conley. Number 67 is coming to the game for the Cats. That's going to be Joshua Redmond.
Having to come off.
Crosby talking to Coach Hadaball over here on the sideline.
The official told him to come out. I think they had the wrong person. I think I had a mix-up there. It's pretty hard to mix him up with Frank.
Yeah. Wishbone formation for the Cardinals. 2:18 left to go here in the third quarter. And it's going to be handoff to number 34. And that's going to be Hayes, and he's going to be wrapped up by Garrick Barr over there. And who else is on the stop? Shelton's coming from that area. Barr was the first guy to meet him. Damari Poole and Matson as well. Be 4th and 9 for the Cardinals. 1:55 left to go here in the third quarter. Cats are up 36-0. Osborne's going to come off for your Cats, number 70. Matson, he's on the far side over there at the corner. And Skylar Shelton is in at your safety. Skylar, he's a senior as well as Conley. Nobody is back deep for the Cats. And high punt.
Don't do it.
No.
He thought about it.
He thought about it. Cats are going to have their second string offense come out here. Your center for the second string is going to be, see if they got Mr. Sims or
they don't have another center probably.
Well, I know Bouchard plays center some too, but and we got a Dollarway player out here injured. Looks like cramps probably, having a hard time coming off.
31 seconds left in the third. That's one bad thing about having these hot games very beginning of the season.
Yes, guys cramping up and human, you know, a little humid, not too bad of what it could be, but still got a little humidity in the air. But, yeah, these first couple weeks of the season, it's hot. You're gonna have a lot of people cramping. But we'll go over your second string offensive line here. Your center is going to be number 76. That's Gage Bouchard. Your right guard is going to be number 57. That's going to be Matthew Crosby. Your right tackle is going to be number 67. That's going to be Joshua Redmond. Your left guard is going to be Redmond. Yeah, he's number 60 on the roster, but Lent Sims, he's going to be your left guard, and Frank is going to be your left tackle. Jace Washburn is going to be your quarterback. Your right halfback is going to be Dakota Manson. Left halfback is going to be Clayton Lofton. Fullback is Mr. Garrick Barr. Scott Shelton split out to the left, and Conley over here to the right. Going to be against the Cats. False start against the Cats. I missed it. I didn't see it, but I'm not saying it didn't happen. But
No, but at least it brings us to the end of the third.
that is true. Again, under the mercy rule, once you hit 35 points in the state of Arkansas, it invokes the mercy rule running clock, except for injuries. And so the Booneville Bearcats do have 3 timeouts, as well as the Cardinals. And we'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here at Cardinal Stadium, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Booneville Bearcats taking on the Dollarway Cardinals. Fixing to get the fourth quarter underway here. Booneville Bearcats are up 36-0 over the Cardinals. Mr. Jace Washburn is going to be your quarterback now. Second string offense is out on the field for the Cats. Garrick Barr is going to be your fullback. Clayton Lofton is going to be left halfback. Going to be false start against the Cats. And Dakota Manson, number 22, is going to be your right halfback. Skylar Shelton, number 15, he's going to be your receiver on the far side. And number 40 over here on this side, that's going to be Desmond Conley.
First and 10 from their own 39.
11:23 left to go here in the ball game. We'll see what we can get going here. Washburn up under center. And going to be pitch over here to Manson over here on the left-hand side. Heads to the sideline, able to get away from a guy. And gets about 5-6 yards there on the carry. Wrapped up by number 11, Wallace. He gets up over to the 46-yard line of the Cats. So it's going to be about 2nd and 4 for the Cats. Washburn comes up under center. Another flag.
Illegal substitution.
Legal substitution.
I don't know what that is.
They got 12 guys on the field. Too many men on the field. So that's going to give the Cats a first down.
After the walk-off, it will be a first down.
Now, Isaac, the Cats' second team in the scrimmage moved the ball pretty good down the field, just wasn't able to get in the end zone.
Just about the same story with Dollarway's offense.
And Garrick Barr lowers his shoulder. ain't going to have a penalty.
Yeah.
That's going to be probably unsportsmanlike against the Cardinals. Give a little extra shove to Garrick. Tell you what, Garrick and Cody, they don't have much size really for fullbacks, but boy, they play like a big old bruising fullback. So that's going to be another first down for you Cats. 9:14 left to go here in the ball game. Looks like Mr. Damari Poole is going to come into the game for the Cats. He's going to be in at tight end on the right-hand side. Shelton splits out over here to the left. Backfield's still the same. Barr is your fullback. Lofton's your left halfback. Madsen goes in motion from the right halfback position. And what a block by Sims. Lofton there on the carry. About 4, maybe 5 yards there, but what a block by Sims. Frazier on the stop for the Cardinals. Almost reminds me of that diving block that Jake Nichols made at Pottsville several years ago for Brock.
Yeah, that's been several.
That's been several years ago. That was in 08, I believe. Same formation for the Cats. Wallace comes up under, or not Wallace, Washburn comes up under center. And boy, how did we have that side sealed off too. False start against the offense. Second string offense, shooting themselves in the foot. Still getting the help from Cardinals, but.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get the same amount of snaps you would as if you were one. So it's hard to get that rhythm in, especially if you're not playing all together.
Right.
Scout team's a little bit different, so.
So 7:35 left to go here in the ball game. The Cats are up 36-0 over the Cardinals. Same formation for you Booneville Bearcats. Ooh. Cats got away with a little movement there, but Madsen, he's going to have the first down, still on his feet, and shoved out of bounds. That looks maybe about the 10, 12-yard line.
Yeah, we got away with something there.
Yeah, we did. Upper bar, she says, go Garrick, number 24. It's not the size of the cat in the fight, but it's the size of the fight in the cat. And that is so right. And just had a cheerleader do a backflip over here. Same formation for Booneville Bearcats. Lofton goes in motion. Going to be hand off the bar up the middle. Garrick still on his feet. And Garrick's going to get down to about maybe the 5.
What was this about?
I'm not sure. Oh, field goal. Cats are going to do a field goal attempt. Juan Wives.
We might run out of time on the play clock.
And we got 8 seconds left on the play clock. And kick is up, and
I think he missed it, didn't he?
I think he missed it, yeah.
Left.
Just
That's
to the left.
Smidge, not
Yeah.
by much.
But, hey, I mean, give the coaches credit getting these guys practice. Foreign exchange students from Spain, they just come in this past week, and been practicing and
Yeah, learning a whole new sport.
a whole new sport. So I wasn't sure what we had going on there, but
Yeah.
at first, but when I saw what was going on, I'd say I applaud the coaches for that. 5:22 left to go here in the ball game. Again, run and clock. Mercy rule is in effect. See if I can give you folks some scores, updated scores, that is. Ozark is up 42-21 over Clarksville. Ozark is up.
I guess the band decided to get out of town.
I guess band's headed to the buses. They did play one song at halftime from the bleachers. Give a shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Rose. They do an awesome job with the band. But we'll I'll be glad to see them perform next week at Bearcat Stadium as the Cats take on the rivals from up north in the Ozark Hillbillies. Again, they are winning 42-21 over Clarksville. Greenland and Lincoln still at halftime. It says 30-6 Lincoln over Greenland. Kane with the carry there. A whole slew of Cats. Shelton, Garrick Barr, Damari Poole, and number 21, Dylan Todd in there as well. Bowman as well on the stop. .354 left to go here in the ball game. Wishbone formation for the Cardinals. And it's going to be a handoff to Hayes on the left-hand side. Still on his feet. And what a hit by Matthew Crosby. And Barr, I believe, was in there as well. Bouchard was in the area, as well as Matson.
It might get cut short.
Yeah, ladies starting to lock up over there, so
we may lose everything.
We might. Conley there on the stop for the Cats, as well as number 24, Garrick Barr. Refresh the phone. I'll give you folks some stats of what I've got before we get out of here. Booneville Bearcats got 22 plays for 362 yards. Everything's been on the ground for the Cats. Cardinals have 34 plays for 60 yards.
Okay, we're safe for a little bit longer.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Not much, but.
Got a flag. Wallace was wanting a pass there. Booneville Bearcats, they were 2 for 2 on third downs for 100%, while the Cardinals were 2 of 11 for 18%. Trace Hall is going to be your leading rusher tonight for the Bearcats. 5 carries, 144 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Followed by Dax Goff, 7 carries for 109 yards and a touchdown. He should have 2 touchdowns. Nope.
Yeah, the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion. Ryland Ray's got 5 carries for 68 yards. Wallace is looking to pass here. Throws it up. What a pass. And it's caught, and there's a flag. And, oh, good effort there by Lofton. So the Cardinals get on the board with 1:37 left to go here in the ballgame. It's 36-6. We're going to have pass interference because we was face guarding pretty much. Leading tackler for the night is going to be Dax Goff, followed by Dunn Daniel with 4 tackles. Garrick Barr's got 3.5 tackles. Cody Elliott, 3. Matthew Crosby and Damari Poole, 2.5, followed by Ryland Ray, Peyton Tatum, and Chase Plumell, all with 2 tackles. Leading rusher for the Cardinals is going to be number 32. That's going to be Kane with 30 yards. Wallace had 19 yards passing plus whatever right there.
60-something yards.
60-something yards. So about 80 yards passing for Wallace.
False start there. The tackle.
40 seconds, and that's going to do it pretty much. Dollarway's going for a 2-point conversion. Thank you to everybody out there watching. Again, don't forget, tomorrow night, the Boys and Girls Club is having their 21st annual banquet fundraiser at 5:30 at the First Baptist Church Family Life Center. There's going to be a silent auction. There'll be a live auction. There's going to be a meal that's going to be catered by Reed's Hometown Barbecue. And good job there by Garrick Barr and number 51, Trevor Cairo. And that's going to be the final play of the ball game. But tickets are $20 for adults, $10 for kids. That is the 21st annual Boys and Girls Club banquet. All the money goes towards Boys and Girls Club. So if you're not doing nothing tomorrow night, head on down to First Baptist Church, the Family Life Center, and help support the Boys and Girls Club. Again, that's going to be catered by Reed's Hometown Barbecue. Can't go wrong with that. That's really about all I've got for here. For Isaac Brown, I'm Zach Austin, and Lord willing, we'll see you